Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Right now at 10, police have released the name of the person arrested after a drive-by shooting in downtown La Crosse. Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Haugen. La Crosse police have confirmed that one person is in custody following that drive-by shooting in downtown La Crosse early Saturday morning. Police say 31-year-old DeAndrew S. Grant was arrested Saturday on 6 counts of first-degree attempted reckless homicide and 1 count of bail jumping. Police say shots rang out on 3rd Street near Politos just after 2 in the morning, and they say 6 were injured. Multiple victims were treated at the scene and some were taken to local hospitals. Police say none of those injuries, though, appeared to be life-threatening. While multiple shootings are being reported this holiday weekend across the country, including near Chicago, where police say more than 20 people were shot at a celebration. 1 was killed. At least 1 was also killed in the shooting in St. Louis. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavides reports.
A celebration at a shopping mall parking lot near Chicago turned violent over the weekend. The DuPage County Sheriff's Office says what was mostly a peaceful Juneteenth celebration in the town of Willowbrook ended with an unknown number of suspects firing multiple shots into the crowd. Around 24 people were hit.
Victims were taken to multiple hospitals in DuPage, Cook, and Will counties. The ages and conditions of victims are not available at this time. The motive behind this incident is unclear, and this is still an active investigation.
That was just one of multiple incidents of gun violence across the nation.
This Father's Day, families across the St. Louis region woke to the news of yet another mass shooting.
In St. Louis, 10 people were shot, all teenagers ranging in age from 15 to 19, according to police.
10 of our babies shot downtown and a young life lost. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Tenfold.
And another shooting this weekend, this one at a music festival in Washington State.
We now can confirm that there have been 2 people killed and there are 3 injured, which includes the shooter.
According to the Gun Violence Archive, which categorizes mass shootings as those where at least 4 people have been shot, there have been 310 so far this year. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
And in yet another shooting, this one in a town about 30 miles west of Grand Rapids, Michigan, police say 2 people are dead and 2 others are in the hospital. Investigators believe this shooting may have been a domestic incident.
Yeah, we had quite a bit of active weather for most of the area today with beneficial rainfall for most, but not all received a lot. Some areas did receive, and I'll show you in a second. But overall, temperature is still kind of muggy out there, mid-60s right now. We still have a lot of moisture in the air, so it's going to be kind of a mild, muggy overnight hour. You see, we have more showers actually starting to develop to the south. Won't be probably thunderstorms as much, I think just some showers, so scattered much more than when we had with that line that developed kind of along the Mississippi River area. So once again, we'll see that probably off and on through about midnight. Overall rain, it's a very narrow band that had quite a bit. If you go on either side, it drops off to like Black River Falls, less than a ½ inch, to Prairie du Chien, and even areas down Viroqua had less than a quarter, but then you go to areas well near Winona, had almost 2 inches. La Crosse, the airport, had a little bit over 1 1/4 inches. So once again, beneficial rains, but not everyone saw it. Right now, current conditions, as we said, 68 degrees, dew point 64, so it is kind of muggy out there right now. As we look at Eau Claire, too, they're still at 67 and a pretty high dew point up at 63 with some of the rainfall that they had. Overnight, we'll still have those showers probably through midnight or just there afterwards. Once again, scattered to nature, not seeing any significant rainfall with this one. We'll get back down to about 65 tonight, and then clearing out skies by the morning hours. We get to 72. We got a hot week ahead, unfortunately. Dry through Friday, which we could use more rain anyway, but we do have some rain chances maybe coming into next week. But unfortunately, some got a lot and some did not get a lot today.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Greg. Well, there was plenty to celebrate in La Crosse at the annual Juneteenth celebration. People gathered in Riverside Park to celebrate this afternoon. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall explains why that gathering matters.
Juneteenth has been a federal holiday since 2021.
It acknowledges the history, but also shows the liberation movement, and it also brings the community together to have, fun, healthy conversations.
That same year, La Crosse started hosting its event.
I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we do a celebration in Juneteenth often. And so because of that, I was always learning about the history of Juneteenth and the importance of being able to bring the community together.
Juneteenth commemorates the end of slavery in America. Since then, Black Americans fought for equality for decades. In 2020, activists pushed to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. Now that it is one, it's a platform for education.
Keeps in the forefront of our minds the hardships that many people have had to overcome.
Many came to Riverside for the food and entertainment. Angelina Mayu comes from Toma.
We don't have things like this around here, so any chance we have these cultural events, I want my children to partake and be a part of it.
She brought her kids to teach them what matters.
I want them to be aware of who they are, where they come from, and the essence and how important it is to make a difference and participate in our community.
Cross, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
And the Juneteenth celebration will also host a ball later this summer on August 6th. Well, the Outdoor Recreation Alliance kicked off its second day of Trails Fest this morning. Today was the cross-country racing portion of the weekend festival. The event was free for anyone to enjoy mountain bike racing along the trails of Hickson Forest. They started off the races early for junior racers, and it ramped up to the pro race later on.
It's a great environment. I hope the viewers at home are able to see all of the kids participating. It's a little chaotic out here, but we think that's such a fantastic thing. Today, the average kid spends 7 hours a day on screens, and these kids right now are out here riding around, having a great time, having fun.
Well, organizers say one great part of this event is that it brings people from around the state to the La Crosse region. Nearly 1,000 people participated this weekend between racers, vendors, and spectators. And in Winona, a fun way to wrap up Steamboat Days. Every year, the community comes together to celebrate that closing day with the Steamboat Parade. And this year was no different. More than 20,000 spectators lined the mile-long parade route. There was a variety of floats and special entertainment.
We got the U.S. Marine Corps band here. We got the U.S. Navy band here. We got Miss America here, Miss Minnesota. So it's quite a diversified parade with a lot of good entertainment.
So this was the 76th year of the Steamboat Festival, and they finished up tonight with a fireworks display at Levy Park in Winona. Well, here's something you don't see every day. Parts of the old Interstate 74 bridge that connects Iowa and Illinois were removed this morning with controlled explosives. That bridge has been out of service since late 2021. So workers were demolishing the bridge's suspension cables and towers today. Thousands lined up to witness history. The day the rest of that bridge will be demolished, though, is still unknown. Coming up on News 8, it's Father's Day. Meet a father-son duo that runs an old-fashioned barbershop in Texas. That's coming up later. But first, President Biden is hitting the road as his re-election campaign ramps up. Other GOP presidential hopefuls are doing the same thing. A look at the campaign trail after the break.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, President Biden spent Father's Day in Delaware. This week, the president heads to California as his re-election efforts take on a new urgency. CBS's Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
President Biden will announce a more than $600 million investment to combat the climate crisis during his West Coast swing. He'll also attend a few fundraisers. Mr. Biden rallied with union workers Saturday, one day after the AFL, CIO, and other major unions endorsed him. He was in full campaign mode, highlighting the administration's achievements.
Most importantly, we're not only changing this country, we're transforming it.
In his speech, he never mentioned his predecessor. However, other GOP presidential hopefuls did, concerned about the federal charges facing former President Trump.
There's some very disturbing conduct in there, including the showing of these documents to other people that were not cleared to be able to see them.
But some Republicans are accusing the president of politicizing the Justice Department.
To see a former president of the United States be subject to an indictment by the administration of the current president, that sends a terrible message to the wider world.
Despite his legal troubles, recent CBS News polling still shows Trump well ahead of the growing list of GOP challengers, looking to leapfrog him and get the party's nomination. The latest CBS News poll also shows that around 42% of Democrats don't think President Biden should run for a second term. Officials tell CBS News the president is slowly building out his campaign team, and it'll take some time before a full team is in place. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Coming up on News 8, gas prices are lower than last year, but as the summer travel season begins, will it stay that way? That answer after the break.
And once those showers end tonight, it may be a week or so until we see the next chance of actually measurable rainfall. We have also some hot temperatures coming this week, several days of the 90s. All the details coming up next on weather.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. With our new certificate and money market rates, you can grow your money and grow your community. Call or visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
The average employee has been with their current employer for 4.1 years. Our employees at Chart Industries disagree. If you're eager to join a company you can retire from, then chart your career with Chart Industries. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Come hang. You are going to hear the biggest stars in country music.
I admit it, I was starstruck.
I'm training.
You train like you're a professional athlete.
You never know when I'm going to get the call into the big leagues.
Yeah, but how old are you?
And they stay there! The biggest stars, the best music, and the most fun. Join me, Bobby Bones, every weekday morning starting at 6 on Kicks 106.3.
Are you tired of looking out your dirty windows? Cooley Region Window Cleaning is here to help. Locally owned with honest and fair pricing, and satisfaction is always guaranteed. More than dirty windows? If it's on your house, we can clean it. Call 769-7048 today for your free quote and get $100 off your service. Cooley Region Window Cleaning, we're doggone good. Call 769-7048 today or visit CooleyRegionWindowCleaning.com.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools.
Book direct at choicehotels.com. When migraine strikes, are the trade-offs of treating worth it? Ubrelvy is another option. It quickly stops migraine in its tracks. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Ask about Ubrelvy.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. Not only will you earn a higher return on your money, you're also helping our community. We provide loans to people who can't get them elsewhere and help families on the path to homeownership. Visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, after hitting record highs last year, gasoline prices are lower ahead of the busy summer driving season, but there are still bumps in the road ahead. CBS's Michael George joins us with more.
Right as Americans prepare for that summer road trip, some good news. The price of gas is far cheaper than the sky-high prices last year.
Last year we were planning to go to Arcadia in Maine, and when we thought about how much it would have cost, we said let's wait, so we're actually leaving next week.
The average cost of a gallon of regular right now is $3.58. That's down $1.43 from the $5 a gallon it cost last summer.
If you're planning a summer car trip, this is a great year to do it.
Andrew Gross from AAA says the biggest factor for this decline at the pump is the cost of crude oil.
Last summer, we were still dealing with the oil shock from Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And the reason why that shock happened is Russia is one of the leading producers of oil.
Though the war rages, Russian oil supplies are steady. Demand for gas in the U.S. is relatively low, keeping prices down. Also impacting summer travel, the cost of a new car is up nearly 5%, and auto insurance rates are up a staggering 17%. Experts say the rising cost of cars and auto repairs are partly to blame. So the big question, will drivers be able to enjoy these gas prices all summer? Well, analysts say at least for the next few weeks, and it could last longer if the hurricane season doesn't impact oil supplies. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Well, this week is definitely a good one to get outside, I would say, if you really like the heat, based on what you told me.
The good news, like I said, it's dry heat. Fortunately, that's the good news. Now, some of the areas that got rainfall might have a little bit more moisture to work with, but overall the humidity level will be dry. So that's the positive news. It will be warm, but not quite as bad as it could be. Usually during this time of year, our dew points get a lot higher. But overall, we have a few showers more tonight. The rest of the week then is just looking really dry with dry heat, 90 degrees. And then maybe by next weekend, we might have a change to get more moisture in here. So we'll have more precipitation come back in, but that's still a ways out. There's a lot of uncertainty how much actually we will receive. So if you look at overall tonight, we're going to get back down into the mid 60s for most area. Kind of a muggy night with the dew point still fairly high. Once again, the showers will kind of be ending after midnight with decreasing clouds probably towards morning. Tomorrow we're going to have more sun. It's going to heat up a little bit more. We're looking at upper 80s for most locations, maybe a few 90s out there too. Once again, we'll see a few showers maybe far north Eau Claire. There's still a little bit instability. We might see that. Otherwise, partly sunny skies. Big picture shows really we're kind of in between. Really, we have a system out to the west, Pacific Northwest, and then there's one to the southeast, and we're going to kind of be in between that for at least the next several days, and that's going to allow really the southwest winds to pick up and continue to pump dry and warm conditions all the way through. As you can see, the whole Midwest, the part of the country is dry, nothing going on. So if you look at the showers tonight, once again, once we get past midnight or 1 or 2, you'll see those start to kind of dissipate, and then we'll see cloud cover also start to decrease as we get towards the morning. As you go through the morning hours too, mid to upper 60s will climb quickly back into the 70s to 80s by noon, and then the afternoon hours we should see most areas in the upper 80s to maybe approaching 90 degrees in a few spots. And as you go through tomorrow evening, drier conditions, the humidity levels will drop going into Tuesday night, so we'll get down maybe a little bit cooler, but overall still fairly warm. Big picture wise, really the big thing to note on this whole picture is a lot of the plains areas remains with the thunderstorms. We have a system down in the southwest too that actually is going to push north. That actually may impact our weather as we go further out, but as we get towards Tuesday, Wednesday, there's some heat that builds up, especially to the west. May not be quite record-breaking for us, but just to the west, I think we will see more. But then you can see the shower and thunderstorm area tries to pull to our direction as we get towards next weekend, but it struggles once again to really pull it up, and the system to the southeast probably won't provide much either. But by next weekend, I think we will see an opportunity to see some of this return moisture come back up to give us our next chance of rain. But we're looking at probably a Sunday into Monday time frame, maybe not so much Saturday, so the whole weekend will not be kind of a washout as we look at. Rainfall wise, a lot of this that you see here over Wisconsin is what we had today. We're not going to see much. As I noted, most of it will be to the western side of the plains, and then as you look at the farther southeast, where they don't really need more, they're probably going to get a lot more coming in the pattern is set up, which is kind of like we said an El Nino type pattern in the summertime. So if we get back to the 8-day forecast, and that's probably going to freeze on me because I think I pushed the button too quick. But anyway, well, there we go. We go back and we should be able to pop that right there, and one more, and there we go, finally. That is not it, because that is snow.
Nope.
So we're not having the snow, but 90 degrees, really the 8 day is pretty simple. It's around 90 degrees, overnight lows in the 60s until we get to the weekend, and then we see some rain chances come back in. So good news is some got it today. Some did get not. We need more, but hopefully we'll get more here.
Sounds like this week's just going to be summer.
Summer, basically, yeah.
All right,
pretty much.
thanks, Greg. And now it's time to announce the chosen picturing our community photo for the week. This week's winner is Morgan Adams of West Salem with Lazing on a Sunday Evening. Every week we pick a photo to be shared in a gallery on our website, news8000.com, socially on our News 8 Now Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. If you'd like to participate, just head to news8000.com, click on Submit Photos and Videos, and then click on Picturing Our Community and enter your photo. New winner will be chosen every Friday, announced Sunday night, and then showcased online. Coming up in sports, the Loggers had a rough start to the month, but they were going for their third straight win. And the Brewers were going for a big series sweep against the Pirates. Kate has the highlights after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
Sizzling summer savings are happening right now at Ashley. Pay 0% interest for 5 years, no minimum purchase. And score even more deals that are too hot to handle during the 72-hour summer event. Happening in-store only June 17th through 19th. Only at Ashley.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Improve your home to improve your life. Discover the joy of a kitchen designed to fit your home and family. The convenience and easy care of cabinets with modern features, new countertops, and a tile backsplash. Enjoy maximum performance when your kitchen is completed by our carpenters, plumber, and electrician. Enjoy a complete new kitchen for less than others charge for refacing. Superior products, superior installation at a price lower than most others. Invest wisely. The Board Store Home Improvements. Prompt free estimates.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
Right now at Ashley, pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase. Ashley Sleep Align mattresses start at $999.99. And for a limited time, when you add an Align adjustable base to your purchase, you can save 10% on the set. Only at Ashley.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. It was another big day for the Brewers. We'll get to them in a bit. I wanted to start today's show highlighting a local bodybuilding star, Fiona Daniels. Now, you may remember Daniels from a News 8 Now story ran a few years back. She first started her bodybuilding journey when she was 16 and was the first Wisconsin native with Down syndrome to compete in an official bodybuilding event. She then went on to be the first teenager with Down syndrome in the entire country to earn a pro card in bodybuilding, and she hasn't stopped. Already this year, Daniels had a huge showing at the Diva Classic women's bodybuilding event in Chicago, taking first place in teen bodybuilding and earning 2 other second place finishes. And later this month, or later on July 1st, I should say, Daniels will be competing in the Wisconsin Warrior Classic up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, where she will look to improve on her already awesome career. Very cool. All right, switching gears to the MLB, the Brewers entered the series against the Pirates, tied with them at the top of the NL Central. But Milwaukee has gotten back on track, winning the first 2 games of the series, setting up a potential series sweep. Over to American Family Field, Freddie Peralta on the mound today. He'd pitch a solid game, but made a bit of a mistake here in the 3rd inning. With a man on second, Brian Reynolds takes Freddie deep to right field. That's a 2-run shot, and the Pirates take an early 2-0 lead. But here come the Brewers. 5th inning, man on second for Jesse Winker. He gets one down into left field. Yelich has some speed. He's going to try to score, and he does. Milwaukee cuts the lead to 1. Same score, 8th inning, 2 on for William Contreras, and he puts one right down into right field. Monasterio rounds third. He's going to come in to score. This game is all tied up. Brewers would take the lead on a sac fly, but then with runners in scoring position, Luis Urias adds some more. He gets one into left field for a 2-run RBI single as the Brewers would hold on for the win 5-2. A quick check-in on the Cubs, down 1 in the 4th, but with a man on, Christopher Morel is sending this one into the bleachers. A 2-run home run puts the Cubs out in front. Later in the game, we're even at 3, but Baltimore would take the lead with this base hit up the middle, and they wouldn't look back. Cubs fall in this one 6-3. Twins trying to avoid a series loss against the Tigers, already down 1 early, but with a man on second, Christian Vasquez ropes one out to the left field corner, and that's trouble. 1 run comes in to score, and we're all tied up. Gus Farland on the mound for Minnesota, and it was not his day. Leaves one over the plate for Spencer Torkelson and makes him pay. A deep fly out to center field for a 2-run home run, and Detroit goes back in front. Minnesota trying to make a comeback. Bases loaded for Royce Lewis. He sends one back up the middle, and that's going to score just 1 run, but that makes it a 2-run game. A few batters later, it's Byron Buxton, and he's going to strike out looking. That ends the inning as Minnesota would go on to lose 6-4. All right, Loggers in action at Copeland Park after a 2.5-hour rain delay up against the Mud Puppies. First inning, lacrosse down 1. Jordan Donahue at the plate. He leads the game off with a base knock up the middle to put a runner on first. Now, the turf field is nice for nights like this when it rains, but you got to be careful. Donahue steals the bag easily, but slides right past it and gets tagged out. No worries, though. His teammates have his back. Ben Ziegler-Naoma with a hit back up the middle. Gabe Darcy on his way into third and slides in safely. And then after a stolen base, 2 men in scoring position for Seth Cox at the dish. He lines one out to center field. Both runners will score. This one not quite over yet, but the Loggers with a big lead currently up 12-1 in the 7th. And we've got the final round of the U.S. Open over at the Los Angeles Country Club. Rory McIlroy in the mix. An eagle shot on the first hole would give him the lead, but just miss it. He'd end up tapping that one in for birdie and forcing a 3-way tie. But the day belonged to Wyndham Clark. The American taps in the putt on 18 and is named U.S. Open champion. It's his first major win, coming just a month after he got his first PGA Tour win. What a summer for him. We'll be right back.
Tired of mealtime meh? Give your appetite a vacation at Taco John's. A trip to Crispy Shrimp Taco Paradise with freshly made mango salsa does wonders. Ooh, I think I'm getting a tan. 3 for $6 mango shrimp street tacos. Summertime only at Taco John's.
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
If money talked, it would tell you about the premium ingredients on Taco John's Valuest menu starting at $1, $2, or $3. Hand-cut sirloin steak, crispy fried chicken, and fresh pico. And if your appetite talked, it would say cha-ching. The Valuest menu, only at Taco John's.
Well, here's a Father's Day story for you out of Texas. It's an old school barber shop owned by a father and son duo who are making guys look their best while creating memories inside and outside the shop. Jesus Martinez reports.
I've been getting my hair cut in here since I was a kid, and it's been a barbershop. This building's been a barbershop since 1956.
Now, as a master barber, Randy Reel has been cutting hair and trimming beards since 1997.
I always tell everybody the best job, your friends come visit you and they gotta pay you when they leave.
But the best part of his job is having his son work with him.
And I cut here with my dad.
I couldn't be his boss, I'd be too grouchy. He'd be a lot better just being equal.
At work, they're co-workers and friends. And besides his dad not being his boss, David Reel says the best part about his job is getting to see his dad every day.
I get to see him all the time. Before I moved to Shreveport, I was also living right beside him, so he got to see me all the time. But I don't mind being here. It's a good change.
Randy has been cutting hair with his dad for about 3.5 years, but their bond goes beyond the hair clippers.
Me and him have fished together. I've been in the boat with him for 34 years.
Going to fishing tournaments for 25 of those years.
When we're not working together, we're fishing together, so.
And when they're not doing either of those, well, Dad likes to take some leisure time during the holidays to go duck hunting with Phil and Cy. Yes, that Phil and Cy.
So everybody likes to talk about the Duck Dynasty bunch, you know, it's been popular.
I never did get into duck hunting.
They may not like or agree on everything, but what they do agree on is...
The old style, I'm better. The new style, he's better. You know,
I don't do flat tops.
He don't do flat tops. I do flat tops.
And no matter what style of hair you like, this old-fashioned barbershop continues to sell new memories for Randy and David.
Happy Father's Day. We'll be right back.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
At Bright Star Care, we are looking for kind, passionate, reliable individuals who will go above and beyond for our clients. We truly do feel like we're the best provider in town. We're going above and beyond every single day. There's stressful days, times, but we're all in it for the right reasons, and we always do the right thing. We are currently looking for caregivers, CNAs, LPNs, and RNs.
Are you feeling confused or overwhelmed by all your Medicare choices? You're not alone.
We have recommended his brother, my sister, and my brother.
They answered all of my questions clearly and concisely, and they thought of things that I hadn't even thought of.
At Strive Medicare, we're here making Medicare simple for our Cooley region neighbors. We're located in the Social Security building in beautiful downtown La Crosse. So stop in today and get your free copy of my book, Making Medicare Simple.
Are you tired of looking out your dirty windows? Cooley Region Window Cleaning is here to help. Locally owned with honest and fair pricing, and satisfaction is always guaranteed. More than dirty windows? If it's on your house, we can clean it. Call 769-7048 today for your free quote and get $100 off your service. Cooley Region Window Cleaning, we're doggone good. Call 769-7048 today or visit CooleyRegionWindowCleaning.com.
Back when I was a kid, we used to ride our bikes in the 4th of July parade. Then we'd have a picnic and blow the crap out of some fireworks. We had rockets, cake, shells, missiles, fountains, firecrackers, sparklers. Oh, the sky was filled with bomb diggity hoop like a boss all night long. Get your own sick fireworks at Joe Blow's Fireworks in Reedstown, Ferryville, and Prairie du Chien. For more information, visit jbfireworks.com.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Yeah, we might have a few showers here till about maybe after midnight. They'll start decreasing. 65, kind of muggy day, muggy overnight. Tomorrow, 89, maybe a shower north of Eau Claire. Otherwise, it's going to be very warm, not as bad. And the 10-day, which we weren't able to show last time, here's your 90s.
Wow. All right, well, happy Father's Day, and thank you so much for watching News 8. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow.